Yes, yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast where we discuss all things Manchester United. And I missed a couple days and a lot has gone on with Manchester United. JADON Sancho to Juventus loan deal agreed. So it seems that the JADON Sancho, Raheem Sterling swap deal, well, potential swap deal with Chelsea is off. United have also said no to Ben Chilwell from Chelsea. Manuel Agate, we finally got the here we go to Manchester United. Scott McTominay has left the club as well. And there's the Brighton result that happened. So much has gone on. So we're going to get to all of that. Big up my Don troops for the raid every single time. Big up to everyone who's joined over from there. Please make sure you run up the likes. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, hit the like button on the video, please. Make sure you share this across all the socials at That's Me Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV, at Sarcasm City TV, at That's Me Flawless on Twitter and Instagram. Retweet and like from the Twitter. Please make sure you do so. Share from the Instagram. And just as important, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. And make sure you hit the notification bell as well. So let me get a shout out to Warrior J because he's been kind enough to put all the information in the chat. So I will start all of those comments with all the news in regards to Manchester United. But big up to Warrior J. I'm going to get all the big ups. Let me just start all of these real quick. Give me 1 second, people. But big up to Kingsman. Big up Scott. Big up Troops in the cut already. Big up my Don YG as well. Big up Daniel saying it's not off yet. Sterling, it depends on Sterling agreeing compensation with Chelsea. Well, if United have agreed a loan deal with Juventus, then it probably will be off because I would guess, no, not even guess. I think he prefers that move because at Chelsea he's not necessarily going to play, whereas Keyes has just left Juventus. So there is actually a spot for him there. But before I continue, one of the ManDem is in the building. Obviously, you normally get this show on a Tuesday, but because of carnival settings, people, that's why we moved it to Wednesday. But really, let me bring in the young G Nero in the building. Yes, G, what are you telling me, man? You good?
Yo, what you saying, man?
I'm all blessed, man. You good and everything, yeah?
Bro, I'm calm, man. Obviously, I saw you at Carney, fam.
Yeah, it was fine.
Bro.
Yeah. It was fine, fam. It was fine. I wish it was more days, man. I wish it was 3-4 days for real. Countdown to next year's begun already. Countdown has begun. We already changed the group chat to Carnival Gang 2025. We're waiting on next year, 100%.
I've never been, you know.
Really?
Yeah, I've
and
never
you're
been.
From London as well. How come you should go, man? You know what I'm saying? You should go.
Fam, I was meant to go Monday, innit? Like my guys went, bro. I had something came up, so.
Nah, first. I hear that. Now you should definitely roll 100%. Shout me as well. All I say, roll with. I know you got your ManDem that you rolling with anyway.
Of course.
Yeah, you already know. But Manchester United, like I said, so much going on. You got JADON Sancho, you got Manuel Agate, you've got Raheem Sterling, United saying no to Ben Chilwell, the Brighton game. But we'll start with JADON Sancho to Juventus loan. So that's what currently is. That's currently, what it is. JADON Sancho to Juventus loan deal agreed. Well, let me get to that part. Here it is. JADON Sancho is likely to leave Manchester United before deadline day. United are in talks with Juventus and Chelsea for possible permanent or loan deals. There's one more as well. Let's see. There it is. And then it was breaking agreement between Manchester United and Juventus for JADON Sancho. Loan plus obligation to buy. The player keen on the move. So the first one was from David Ornstein. This from Fabrice Hawkins. And this is no surprise whatsoever to me. Zero surprise that JADON Sancho is looking to make a move from Old Trafford. Ten Hag does not like JADON Sancho. JADON Sancho does not like Eric Ten Hag. The manager was never going to give JADON Sancho a fair shot. Never in life was he going to give him a fair shot. When people was talking about JADON Sancho is going to play and JADON Sancho is going to score 10 league goals or 8 league goals, he's not getting 10 or 8 league starts. This was never going to end well. I said this when they quote-unquote made up. That was from the hierarchy. That was from Ineos. They said, hey, you lot need to sort this because it's a bad look. But what everybody should have done in the situation, what Sancho, what Ten Hag, and what Ineos and everybody else in the situation should have done is had made moves earlier. They should have said what they said publicly, but behind the scenes, we should have been trying to get Sancho a move. because he was never going to be happier. I did think this would happen later down the line in like October, November, and he'd make the move in January. I am happy it's happened now, and that's not because I don't rate Sancho. It's no. If we do get rid of Sancho, whether it's loan, which is looking like, or it's for a transfer fee, we need to use that to invest in the team. But again, just a big whole mess, and I've praised us with the moves and what they've done. But this one, they've dropped the ball here with this one, because it shouldn't be 2 days to go in the window, and we're trying to move Jadon Sancho one, and there may or may not be a replacement. And that's why I think the Sterling deal has come about, because it's convenient. Not only do you get rid of Sancho, you also get a left winger in. But do I want Raheem Sterling? Let me just add on to that. No. Would he improve us? Yes. Does he start for us? Yes. But that just goes to show how shocking we are in the final third. But this Jadon Sancho situation has just been a whole mess. If he gets his move, we need to invest in that area. So whether it's from Sancho, whether it's from a transfer fee for Sancho, or it's money that's there, we need to invest in that forward area. But yeah, your thoughts on it, Nero, and big up Eddie in the cut as well.
All right, come on, man, Eddie, man, big up to my guy. Yeah, man. Bro, when the way I see it is, Sancho, like, he's just, bro, let's just put him out of his misery, innit? Because he's been wanting to leave for a long time, and I can see it. For me, I'm a Man United fan, yeah, but when I see players like Sancho, I feel like people don't respect him and respect his bag. He has to do a lot to be respected, you know, and he's a proper footballer. He's a proper footballer, and I'm happy he's going to look. In fact, look at the names of the teams he's getting linked to. If it's not Juventus, he got linked to Juventus. Sorry, Juventus, PSG. He got linked to Barcelona, Chelsea. Who else? Bayern Munich as well.
You right?
Like these are all teams, top teams, bro. I think all of those teams are in better situations than us, bro. Yep. You know, and I think out of the moves that would work for him, the Juventus one works for him because he starts week in, week out for them, I think. And Juventus got a crazy team now. Their midfield is cold, bro. They got Douglas Luiz, Cute Miners, Thuram as the free. So that's a sick midfield. So, and obviously they got a new coach in Motta as well. Bro, I think it's good for Sancho. For me, obviously, I like him as a player, and I would like to see him at the club. But if he's not going to play, then stop wasting players' time, because what you're doing is devaluing this guy. You're making him appear to be worse than he is, you know. And he still has something to offer, you know. When they came in, we thought they were gonna do this young under 25 thing, British, whatever, cool. Sancho fits that quota, you know. And he it's not like Sancho has like been scrubby. I think Sancho hasn't performed to the expectation of when we signed him. I would say, Sancho hasn't done his thing, but I don't put that on him. Same with a lot of players in the team. I don't actually put their lack of form down to them as a player. Even Anthony, as bad as Anthony is, bro, Ten Hag is the guy that signed him. He should be able to get something out of him, bro.
Should be able to get more out of him. I do agree with that. But you just made a valid point when you spoke about Sancho fitting the quota. I'm going to get to, but carry on. You cooking, young. Carry on.
But man, it's just a shame, bro. But he's going to do what at Juventus, and then he still won't get his respect. That's what it is. He still won't get.
Some people just don't want to, though, because of this situation that's happened with Ten Hag. Some people he could help them three-peat a Champions League in Serie A in the next 3 seasons, and people still won't give him his credit. Like, people have already made their minds up that for example, that he's a bad trainer. None of us watch training. There's no footage of training. Or people have made their mind up that he's a terrible trainer and he has a bad attitude. But no one's watched him train, and no one's had a conversation with him to say, oh, he has a bad attitude or anything. But we move. But as you were, go on, carry on there.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, bro. He's going to do well under Motta. Like, Motta is another one of these new coaches. I would have taken him at Man United. He's a proper good coach. The football, it may not be exciting. When I mean exciting, it's not like going to get you at the edge of your seats, but it guarantees. I think it's controlled. It's a disciplined way of playing. It's more controlled. But if Sancho goes there, he gets the freedom on the left. I want to see, like, I need to see how Motta would use him, because I haven't watched no Juventus games this season. But the recruitment looks good. They're getting rid of the right players and then bringing in the right players. So, and then under this coach,
who's that striker? Who's that striker? Who's that starting striker?
I think it's Vlahovic.
Okay, because someone mentioned Conceição as well. So it's Sancho, Conceição, and Vlahovic. And then the midfield trio was who again? Who was the name? Who was the three midfielders? Did you say Yeah.
Douglas Luiz and then Thuram.
You know what? That don't sound too shabby, you know.
Bro, that's a boss midfield, man.
Well, because Eli's been talking about them even before this.
Yeah,
Jadon Sancho to Juventus link. But yeah, carry on.
Because the thing is, Koop Miners was meant to go to the Euros, but he got injured. Yeah. And you know what the thing is, yeah? This is what I don't understand with Ten Hag as well. You're a Dutch guy, and you've got, look at the Dutch midfield, bro. These man had De Jong and Koop Miners. They got injured. So then, what's his name? Schouten. There's a player called Schouten from PSV. Yeah. He's good. He's competent on the ball. I wouldn't say competent. He's good on the ball, bro. Good on the ball. Tall. Can play quite deep. So that's one player. And then there's another one. What's his name? Reinders from AC Milan. He's another one that's good. And then I'm forgetting the other one, man. There's another name I'm forgetting, but like, these are players we should be going and getting. Use your links. You wanna be doing this Netherlands thing. Go get me those types of players. Bro.
Hey, you tried with De Jong and couldn't.
Yeah, but that should tell you everything you need to know. Imagine, I had, like, you were a chef, yeah, and we worked together in some restaurant together, and then I opened my own restaurant, yeah, and I'm like, yo, bro, I'm gonna need you to come here, and you're like, nah. You say nah.
Yeah, so it's off. Yeah, I'm saying I'd be pissed if I managed the team just in life, like Saturday, Sunday league, and we in the same city, and I tried to sign you and couldn't. I'm like, yo, why that? Something's off. You know what I'm saying? Something's wrong. I'd be looking at, like, ManDem would be looking at me. Well, that's your young G, and you can't sign him. What's going on here? No, I hear you. Trust me.
The relationship's broken, man, and that's what's happened, man. The relationship's broken even with Sancho. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
With Sancho, bro, the thing I didn't like is that there was an impression that he was gonna play games. You heard the way Ten Hag was talking, and
again,
exactly
all a charade, and people bought it hook, line, and sinker. He was never, and I said this at the time when they quote unquote made up. Second thing I said was, he is not getting game time. He is not playing. And we see the manager legit say after the Bryant, he needs to fight to get into a squad. Bear in mind, Garnacho, Anthony, and Mount are some of the attackers in front of him, and he can't get in ahead of them.
It's a disgrace.
Anthony, Mount, Garnacho. How many league goals do they have between them in the last 2 seasons? And he can't get in ahead of them. Do they even have 30 league goals between the three of them in the past 2 years?
Wait, so you said Mount, Anthony, and who?
Garnacho.
Yeah, maybe on 20 maybe.
Maybe between the three of them, fam. Maybe.
Yeah, bro. No,
and the manager said you can't even get in ahead of them. It's not even like there's players who are performing at a high level that you can't get in front of. If they was balling out and our attack was great, I'd hear it. It's Garnacho, Anthony, Mount. Bear in mind, Højlund's injured, so that's another person that he can't get in ahead of. None of those players I've mentioned, I don't think have ever hit double figures in the league in their life.
Because Garnacho got like 8 or 7 goals.
Yeah.
And then Mount got 1, and Anthony, I think, got 1 as well. So that's 10. I think that's 10 goals, bro. 10 goals, bro. Bro, that's disgraceful.
He can't get in the squad ahead of him. But Eddie, thoughts on the Jadon Sancho. I see your name falls the Juve. But thoughts, it looks like Sancho could be on his way to Juventus on a loan deal. I'm not sure if there is an obligation to buy. 1 second.
I hope not.
Oh, yeah, there is. It says, loan plus obligation to buy. So, yeah, it's looking like it could be.
I hope he comes back. My fault.
Why do you say that, Eddie? Before you start. You think the manager will be gone by the time he gets back?
Yeah. That
Okay.
dickhead's
Yes,
out of
yes,
here
yes.
sometime soon. So
Yeah.
I'm not really factoring him into this future
Yeah,
of this
bless up,
club.
Jez.
This is just where I think for me, I draw the line. And I'm just done. I'm done with a lot of the fan base. Um, and I'm done talking about player performances, specifically players who have a certain technical ability when it comes to Manchester United. I live in a world where people will give the likes of Marcus Rashford, Mason Mount, Bruno Fernandes, Rasmus Højlund, Scott McTominay, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire. Well, they'll give those fucking scrubs the benefit of the doubt. But let us talk about Jadon Sancho, and he's literally the Antichrist. He's literally the Antichrist.
Yo, that list is
It's
horrible,
sickening
by
to
the
me.
way. Sorry, Eddie. That is horrible work, that list.
It's
That
a horrible
is
list.
horrible work, yo.
It's a horrible list, bro. And people will go out on Twitter, will go, and I also forgot to add one more who was not a part of us, but in the conversation, Raheem Sterling. They will give the players that I've just mentioned the benefit of the doubt. But when it comes to Jadon Sancho, if he steps left when he should have stepped right, it's a war crime. It makes absolutely no sense to me, and that's why I know it's nonsensical. And at this point, it shows the levels of despair that our fan mentality of a lot of the fans' mentality is. We just saw Chelsea win a game 6-2, and there were people justifying adding Jadon Sancho into that side with the type of football that they play. It's unbelievable to me. So I want him back, of course. I'm always going to want Jadon to play for Manchester United because I seriously believe he's that talented of a football player. But if I'm talking from a selfish perspective, that's what I'll say. When I'm talking just a human to human, one brother looking at another young brother trying to make it in this footballing space, go to Juve, ball the fuck out. Because too many people are speaking on your name with big platforms and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And it's making me absolutely sick that, again, I think, it's unfortunate that people include him into this group, but it's just, I think, when you just look at a footballing perspective, right? Someone like Greenwood, he didn't work out in this club for non-footballing reasons. So I don't like people bunching him in to the likes of why didn't it work out for Martial? Why didn't it work out for Pogba here? Why didn't it work out for those types of players? When we know why it didn't work out for Greenwood here. But again, you people champion Bruno fucking Fernandes. Are you kidding me? And then, like you said, Flawless, and like I think I've gotten to this point too, when you ask what's your score prediction for the Manchester United game, I say 1-0 every time. Because I only expect us to miraculously make
I say
one goal.
1-0, 2-0, or 2-1 are always my free. But 1-0 and 2-1 are my go-tos.
We're never going over 3. We're never
We
going over 3.
We don't score goals, bro.
We don't score goals. And then they ask, then this is the worst part. These people ask why. They have the audacity to ask, why doesn't United score goals? Are you serious? Are you serious?
I've been killed when I said, hey, you know what? We don't really create and we don't really score. People are like, what are you talking about? How don't you think we get 80 or 85 league goals this season? It's like, all right, but have you seen us?
So we have Rashford off the left, and then again, we just speaking on it now, but the mental strength and the heart that Amad Diallo showed, just even showing up to play a game after what he went through this 100%. Past week. I incredible person. I wish him the best. I know his contract up, and unfortunately, he's a technical based player. So I don't know if he's going to be here in the future. to be honest with you. Especially if Ten Hag's here. I hope he is. I don't know. And so for me, this weekend, what it showed was that Maguire sticking his foot out and Zersky sticking his foot out had us all fucked up. If Maguire doesn't block that pass on the 2-on-1, that's probably a goal because Onana's in between the sticks. If Zersky doesn't stick his foot out and guide the ball into the back of the net, we end the game 0-0. People are generally asking the question that they're supposed to be asking. But I think people got so wrapped up in it being the first game of the season and us winning that it alleviated the actual questions that we should have been asking. I'm a big fan of Mazraoui. Like he's showing me that's probably gonna be our best signing of the season.
You can see that he's just a right back who just goes about his business. He's very professional, I would say. That's how I look at him.
I think they gave him an assist for the Ahmad goal.
Did he get the assist for that?
Because I think he's the one that played it.
It's been a crazy 2 days.
Yeah, he did get the assist for it.
I know it was only Saturday. It just feels like it was a long time ago. That's all.
Yeah,
because you're at Carney, fam. Bro.
It feels like it was a long time ago,
bro.
Man.
2 days turned into 5 days, bro.
Yo,
and then with the Ugarte thing, I know we're gonna get to it, but I think it ties into the Sancho thing because it's about Ineos as a whole. And do I see the vision? I believe so. Because I think a big thing for them is the wage bill. And I think that's also what's influencing them to get Sancho off the books because his wages. You look at who they're like again, it's Sancho out, and then I don't care what anybody says, Ugarte is the Casemiro replacement. When
you
that happens,
you think we get rid of Casemiro this summer or next summer?
As soon as they can. That's
okay, so you reckon it's on the cards? Okay,
just as soon as they can. I think they're trying to redo everything with regards to the wage bill, and that's really like their compass when it comes to selling players. But yeah, Sancho will cook, man. There's like again, there's not a pitch on this earth that when set up for success, like any other top talented player is, they will cook. Like this is what people fail to understand. You don't see a world-class player and he's not set up for success with said club. A part of being a world-class player, in addition to just your world-class, because there's world-class talent, then there's world-class players, right? Players apply the talent and it gives results pretty much. Mbappe at PSG, I'd say was a world-class player because everything was catered to him. Vinicius, there are others, of course, but the system has to be tailored to your strengths for the world-class capabilities to be shown on a consistent basis. Not a game here or a game there, because world-class talent can show it in a game once in a couple weeks, then another couple weeks passing by, they show it again, right? That's what we're dealing with, in my opinion, with Jadon Sancho. You saw Dortmund put him in positions to be successful, and he was consistently at a good level. Now, was he world class? At some points, but it was never worse than good, in my opinion, from what I saw. So I hope we keep him. If not, use the funds, get me another striker to finish this up. We will not succeed unless there are drastic changes to that attack this season.
So what you're saying is, Eddie, we're not scoring to 85 to 88 or 90 league goals in your opinion?
Shit.
Bro.
We might score 55 at this rate.
You think we scored less than last season?
Yeah. The way we looking now. Oh yeah. Yeah.
No,
I
no
see
way,
it now.
no way can we do
Not
that.
because
Well,
I had to watch the game. I wanted to come here and like actually speak on something that I know about. So I was like, you know what? The homie suffered through this shit. Let me suffer through this shit too. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, damn. Like, if we were a 4x100 relay team, like I talked about, we got motherfuckers dropping the baton. We got them running the wrong way. We got homie in flip flops. You feel me? Like it's ugly.
That's
It's
a
like we
flip
came to
up.
the track meet. We came to the track meet so underprepared. We didn't even have the baton for the first two legs, bro.
Just unprepared,
It's
bro.
ugly.
Unprepared, man.
Oh, you better. You just big up to Leslie for Zawada for the super chat. Much appreciated, Leslie. Thank you. Just says big up. So I appreciate the super chat. Before we continue, run up the likes though, because there's over 80 of you lot in here. Only at 40 likes. Let's double that. Like check 1212. Like check 1212. Subscribe. Continue to get your questions in as well. Of course, you want to make sure, because we got lots to discuss. If you want to make sure we get to your question, people, super chat. But if I see a very good comment or very good question, I will get to it as well. And to Taz, big up my guy Taz says, big up everyone. Does Sancho to Juventus mean on Sterling? Yeah, pretty much. I don't think we going for Sterling just from a transfer perspective. I think it was literally just a swap deal as well. Dean, who says the only good attackers are Diallo and Xerxes. You know what? The only two attackers I have any hope for doing anything when we play games. Like when we play Brighton, I'm looking at our attack and I go Diallo because he started. I'm looking at Xerxes off the bench. I'm not banking on any of our other attackers doing anything of note to help us win football matches. I really, really don't. And Jez, I see you. He says, "Yo, flawless." It's actually funny how people now talk about how United can't score goals after multiple evidence. That's it, Jez. You know what I'm saying? That is legit. People had to see it for 180 minutes to go. Our attack's not really that good, you know. We don't create a lot. We don't look like scoring. But you shit me not. Yeah, what a surprise that three of the front four that are Marcus Rashford, Mason Mount, Bruno Fernandes doesn't look like scoring. Shock horror. Who would have thought it?
And shit, even Garnacho, like again, people, even Garnacho, right? People, he's a little bit better than Dan James. A little bit. I think he's a better finisher than Dan James. But when we talk about the impact for me on the team, it's identical. It's identical. And
both
he
better
gets away with
off the bench.
Yeah, both exactly. So it's like that's what they're there, like that's what they're there for. And then people will take the little picture that Kobe, Hoyland, and him took as that's the future right there. But you know what it looks like to me? I don't know if you've seen that meme where it's like the three-headed dragon and like two got the angry face and one got the dumbass look on his face. In my opinion, that picture should be two of the fucking dragons got the dumbass look on their face, and there's one that actually looks like they about some shit. And that's Kobe. That's it. That's it. So yeah, man.
Yeah,
It's
like legit.
It is what it is, man.
That's just what it is. And we'll get more so into the attack because all of a sudden, this praise for our attack has gone quiet. I ain't seen obviously, I've not been in the past couple of days, but after that Brighton game, even after the Fulham game, all the noise and conversation about our attack was quiet. More so because we played against Fulham and we won and we did look better defensively. But we'll see what happens. Obviously, we play Liverpool on Sunday as well, so that's definitely gonna be an interesting game. That being said. On to new arrivals. We finally got the Agate deal over the line. Emmanuel Agate to Manchester United. Here we go. Deal sealed between clubs after personal terms agreed in July. €50 million fixed fee plus 10 million in add-ons will be the final package. Agate will travel to Manchester as he only wanted Manchester United and Manchester United only wanted him done, and that's from Fabrizio Romano. So €60 million, which is about 42 million pounds. Your thoughts on this, Eddie? First and foremost, the guy deal's done.
Does anybody know how much Coop Myers went for?
Same price, man. Same price, or even less, bro.
Less? If he went for less, I mean,
I think it's 52 million euros.
This may be Ineos's first minor misstep. I mean, he's a solid player. right? He's a solid player. He doesn't hide. He's combative. Like so, he's an upgrade on McTominay. So for us to replace him with McTominay is not
It was a little
that
less.
bad of a.
Koopmeiners was 57 million, but I don't know. I'm presuming that's euros. So basically 3 million apart.
Okay. Yeah. It's Yeah, it's not that bad of a mistake then, because I honestly I think Coop Myers is the better player in my opinion, but but we have again everybody at the club well, pretty much the manager bowing at the altar of Bruno Fernandes. So let me not talk about getting another attacking type midfield or an 8. So let me just stick with the whole Bruno thing. But he's a solid player. I watched Copa. I watched him play for Uruguay. He's active. I think the way we play though, with the high line, it'll be interesting to see how reckless he is, because once they beat him, it's probably you're on to the center backs now. You feel me? So utility type player for me. I don't think he's a game changer. I think, again, I think it'll be, unless they legit just put Casemiro on the bench, it'll be hard for me to see them playing. Yeah, Jess, they're definitely two different types of players. I just appreciate Coop Myers' football a whole lot more. But yeah, to let Nero go, I think he's solid. You're replacing McTominay, so thank you so much, because I mean that needed to happen. And we'll just see how it works. Does he start next to Casemiro?
I think, you know what? I think in some games, definitely. Like, put it this way, tough away games, I'd start the two of them together. Like away at Anfield, for example. I'm starting them together. Away at City,
who would you have play deeper?
Probably Agate, but I'd have them both like rotate. So it's like, because we're not with the ball, it's like I don't really need you lot in possession. It's just go get the ball back. Like defensively, you two are gonna cover enough ground. That's how I'm looking at it. You two defensively are smart enough, figure it out. So it's not Agate sits and Casemiro goes and presses, or Casemiro sits and Agate go. Just have two rough, tugged defensive midfielders who are gonna go kick man up in the air and win the ball back. They're both gonna. I think they cover enough ground. I know it's rare in today's age. You don't really get two players of that profile, so I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't use it often. But for instance, I don't think we have a better defensive pair if we're trying to be solid in the midfield. I don't think anybody else is a better defender. I don't think Casemiro alongside of Maino, Casemiro alongside of Ericsson, Casemiro alongside of Mount, Casemiro alongside of Collier, and Agate replacing Casemiro. I think they're the two best for each other. It's not ideal, but what is ideal about Manchester United? So we just got to work with what we've got. But go on, Eddie, as you were. That's just me, though. I would personally do that. Really and truly, I'd like to see those two with Maino, to be honest, but I know we'll never see it.
Yeah, that's wouldn't we all, because I think Maino in the 6 is so dusted, bro. Like, I'm having people talk about the brother looks tired, he can't run, he's having shitty games, and it's like he's out of position.
He's covered a lot of ground, though. He's made a lot of interceptions.
He covers a lot. He does his. I'll give him. He does his job, but
his defensive stats have been good over the first couple games. So go on.
Yeah, it's just, but bro, I don't like. I seen the buddy nutmeg a defender and then put it in the bottom corner for game. The fuck are you doing playing 6, bro? What are we doing?
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, I got Ratatouille trying to Rabona from in front of the goalkeeper. Bruh. Like, yeah, man. There's so much I can say, but go ahead and cook, big dog.
Yeah, no, same to you. A guy deal finally over the line.
Bro, you know what? I'm listening to what you guys are saying. And Flawless, you're not wrong. When you say Casemiro and Ugarte for the big games, I have an issue with that, I have an issue. And it's not like an issue in terms of what you say. It's not your fault, but it's a mentality issue, bro. When you go into a game against Liverpool with Casemiro or any game. Let's Liverpool, because this could really happen this week. It could happen, but Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea now, Tottenham, with that pivot, double pivot, sorry, of Casemiro and Ugarte. For me, it's negative. It's negative. It's solid, but it's negative, bro. Because then where's Mainu gonna play? Mainu might not play. Mainu might not play.
Probably miss because of this manager. He'd probably miss out. I'd personally play him with those two, but we know the manager will.
Or maybe he would play, and then Bruno would get shifted to the right.
See, I like that.
The thing is, it's
then there's no Diallo, but then again, it's off ball, so yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, but I don't like the fact that we're thinking like that. Though. I don't like the fact that we're thinking, oh yeah, the big games. I want to see the players that play normally, bro. Why are we having to play two defensive ball winners here?
Nero, it's because the world we live in. I want Margot Robbie to hit me back, and I seen she got pregnant. It's just the world we live in.
No,
you know
of course, bro. No, but bro, like I'm looking at other teams.
Say it ain't so.
Man, I seen it, man. I'm hoping it's AI, man. I almost brought tears to my eyes, man. You know what I'm saying? I seen it with the big belly. I was like, damn.
You're tripping. You're tripping, bro. Nah, bro. But I'm just saying, like,
you tripping, bro.
Bro, I'm just saying, innit? I'm just saying.
That's that milk with that brown sugar, so I don't feel as bad. Goddamn, that's all that is.
Well, Flawless, we've been knowing what Flawless is on.
Sorry, man. I said milk with the brown sugar.
Bro, we've been knowing what you're on, bro. We know you're milk, man, bro. We know.
Yo, hey, football fan.
Nah, but for real though,
go on.
with the Casemiro and Ugarte thing, it's like that just tells me that you're not looking to play football. And for 3 years, what have you been trying to build? Because I would like to think in the third year, this is where you're gonna see our team in its full form, bro. 3 years. What have you been doing for 3 years, bro? What have you been doing for 3 years?
That's what you've been doing for 3 years. You know, that's a peak question. You know,
bro,
I don't know.
That's what I'd ask because, bro, for me, it's just negative, bro. It's really negative.
I hear you.
That formation, we should be going to Liverpool, and we should be positive, like looking to be on the wall, looking to dominate, bro. Right. You know what I mean? Obviously, like there's certain approaches. Like if I'm playing against City, I know these men are gonna keep the ball better than us. So what's the point in me playing like certain players? It's not gonna fit them. You know what I'm saying? So that's when profiles come into place. But bro, I just don't like the sound of it. I'm not against it fully. Like it can go if we're playing like Barca and they keep the ball really, really well, or City that keep the ball really, really well. But bro, it's just smelly, bro. It's just smelly. When I look at other teams, and you look at Chelsea, their style of play in terms of like how they want to set up can change. The system can change, but the principles still remain the same. Like their coach is not going to tell them, today I don't care about how you keep the ball, just kick it long, whatever. Obviously you can kick it long, but their coach won't go into games saying, today I don't really care about how you give away the ball. Just just do whatever you want. Like, nah. The principle is to keep the ball. Yeah. If they're playing against City, when we have the ball, let's keep it. But it's when we know we're not going to control the game. Yeah. But when we have the ball, let's keep it in a way where it can be useful for us.
Absolutely.
When I look at Man United, there's no I don't know what Ten Hag's principles are, bro. I don't know what his principles are, bro.
Eddie says it all the time, man. Relay runners, track stars.
Bro, yeah, actually, no, it's true. Maybe it is. But for me, that's not... I don't see that as a principle, though. I don't see it as a principle.
Because there's the thing, Nero.
Because you're a man of football. That's why you don't see it as a principle.
I don't.
Yeah,
You're a student of the game.
Yeah.
So to you, that's foreign. Same way you mentioned the chef thing. Like certain chefs ain't gonna see salt as seasoning. You get what I'm saying? That's a condiment. To certain people, that's classed as seasoning. If you type it in right now, how to season chicken on YouTube, guaranteed there's multiple videos and people use salt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know your background, but I know your nanas, you know what I'm saying, your mums, your aunts, never in life would use salt as a seasoning. Facts. But some people it is. You know what I'm saying? To us, that's condiments. That's the on afterwards. Other people are using that like, yeah, this is to season it. What? You better get the lemon. Like, that's the difference. But yeah, go on, Eddie. Yo, you there? Eddie.
No, I'm saying Nero got it.
Oh, yeah. Nah. So
I think he broke up.
that's the way I see it. The Agate deal, I thought it was a loan. Remember last week, we were saying, oh, okay, cool. If it's a loan, let's run it, bro. But it's not a loan. We paid the money. I just think with that money, we could have got something else. Else. Because even the Coop Miners deal, it's 52 million euros fixed fee plus 7 million of add-ons. So it brings it to 59 package. We paid 52 plus 10. So 62 million euros package. So
something, it was around that. I think it was 50 and 10, but yeah, we're in the same ballpark anyway.
Yeah, it's in the same range, and I think
it's in the same range. Yeah, it's in the same range. Yeah, 50 million. So it's like 42 million pound basically.
Yeah, okay, yeah, 50, yeah, okay, cool.
So 60 million euros, about 42 million.
The same money, and it's like, I think Coop Miners would have suited us, suited what, because we don't have a player like him in the team, like who can operate deep. He's competent on the ball. You need a player like that to be able to control games. Positive on the ball, can play passes from deep. I'm not gonna say I'm an expert of Coop Miners' game, but I know what he can offer. You get it? I know what he can offer to the team, and it's like, bro, you're gonna see it, bro. If I think Juventus are in the Champions League.
Yeah, but I would guess so. I guess they are. I could be wrong, but I'm just guessing they made the Champions League.
Any one of their midfielders, we could have done with them, bro.
Yeah,
we could have definitely done with any one of their midfielders, bro. Or even, I saw someone put in the chat, they still have Locatelli. Bro, we could have gone and got someone like him. Because if he's not going to start for Juventus, let's go and get him. Let's go and get him, bro. And what I've noticed, you see with teams, managers, when they first come in, they changed either the defense or the midfield. They either change the defense or the midfield, but it's mainly the midfield. The midfield gets changed because midfield, there's so many different types of profiles. You got ball winners, you got the deep line playmakers, you got the box to boxes. You got so many different styles of midfielders, and it's like Ten Hag doesn't respect the midfield. You can see it. You can see it when we watch Man United. It's always us losing the midfield battle against Brighton, bro. You know who they had in the midfield? James
Gilmore. Yeah, Milner, Gilmore, and one of, I can't remember who the other one was. Yeah,
James Milner
as well.
James Milner, bro, and he was moving like he wasn't outstanding, but we made him look good. And I guarantee when they play Arsenal are gonna deal with them. As much as I hate Arsenal are gonna deal with them. They're gonna deal with them because they know what to do, bro. Ten Hag doesn't respect the midfield. You can see it with the players he likes. How can you play Mason Mount, Bruno, and Casemiro in the midfield, and you think that's gonna work as a midfield free, bro?
And I think that's the worst part, because bro, it's like everyone out here who's watched the game or played the game at a certain level can understand exactly what you're talking about, Nero. And it's when we talk about principles, it's a principle in sport. You can't have too much of the same thing out there. It doesn't work. You have to find a balance with player profiles. If you can't do that, you're setting yourself up to fail on a continual basis.
Eddie,
and
it's principle when someone does something. It's principle when someone fails, you fire them.
Man like Kaneki,
Right?
I didn't even know.
Yeah, you motherfuckers in trouble now. You thought
No,
I was. Yeah, you thought I had some. Yeah, yeah. Y'all in trouble now.
Bro.
Because Nero,
Yo.
Thank you for bringing up Court Miners, because as Eddie and Flawless is here now, that's the name I've been talking about for 3 years.
First, no, he's right.
Both him and his brother, the one at Atalanta and the one at PSV. You know, the person from our midfield, in the midfield, that can actually play from deep. You know, an actual first phase midfielder.
Yeah.
This. Listen to me. If Man United fans were thrown in a pond filled with brain-eating amoeba, they'd come out fine, because the amoeba would have nothing to eat.
Bro, the men are dumb, bro.
All right. So,
boy went to biology class.
okay. So these guys are saying we have a first phase midfielder. Who is that? Kobe Mino. Okay. We now have Ugarte. Congratulations. So you have Casemiro that can't pass, Ugarte that can't pass, Mount that can't pass, Mino with limited range of passing, Bruno that can't pass. So who in your midfield is going to be passing? You know, like let's actually ask this question. So none of your playmakers can play make, and you have no one in your defensive midfield that can pull a team from deep. So why did you spend $60-odd million on basically the Uruguayan Fred? You literally paid 60 million for a taller version of Fred.
No, but Kaneki, he can't coach. Sorry to interrupt.
That's good.
Brother, Ten Hag cannot grow hair,
he cannot,
much less coach.
He can't coach, and that's the reason why we're having to spend so much money. It's to cover up his deficiencies. Look,
500 million and this team isn't ready.
Bro,
500 million and this team isn't ready.
Big up S Madison, yeah. He put in the chat, yeah. The difference is they keep the ball. And the thing is, you know what most people don't know is that you don't even need to be technical to keep the ball.
No,
you need to have intelligence.
You don't even need to be technical, because I was watching Marseille, and their pivot was Kondogbia, who used to play for Atleti, who is a physical, but he can still play on the ball. Kondogbia,
he's okay on the ball. Yeah, I get your point.
And Højbjerg, the guy who I said I did not want, and De Zerbi was like, you know what? I can do a thing with him. I know how to use it. Højbjerg, you know. I see him keeping the ball. No. Kondogbia, who played for Simeone, and Højbjerg.
But there always goes to show about coaching matters. Because the thing is with Ugarte 110% was needed without doubt, because we needed that addition. Also, McTominay has left. You need a replacement for McTominay.
Good riddance. God damn. Thank God that man is gone.
The two things don't go hand in hand. Do we need, whether McTominay stayed and Ugarte didn't sign, or we sold McTominay and no Ugarte, or we got another version of Ugarte, we still need that type of midfielder who's going to get on the ball in the midfield. The two things are not hand in hand. The Ugarte deal is very good business. Bear in mind, we signed him for £42 million, because they always try to add euros when it's Manchester United, it seems. But it's £42 million. We sold McTominay, I believe, was €30 million. 1 second, it's here. Let me just double check that, just to make sure. Give me 1 second, because it is on here.
Someone's saying that the Sancho deal might not have gone through yet.
Yeah, it's just the loan deal's been agreed, but it's not been confirmed yet. But they've agreed terms, the two clubs. That's all. McTominay to Napoli, here we go. Deal in place for €30 million plus sell-on clause. United have authorized Scott McTominay for medical test and contract signing. So here the thing is, we've improved in that area. That's what we've wanted at Manchester United, is improvement in the players. Ugarte is a massive upgrade on Scott McTominay. However, does Ugarte solve all our problems? No. But them problems, whether it was Ugarte or whether it's McTominay, still land in our are still there in our midfield, because we don't have another deep line playmaker. We don't have a younger, better version of Christian Eriksen, which would be perfect for that type of role, to play alongside a Casemiro or play alongside an Ugarte, for example. You made the point earlier, Nero, about not liking Casemiro and Ugarte together, and I fully hear that. It's ugly. You know what I'm saying? And when I say it's ugly, that's in a good sense, people. Like, you know what you are getting with that. But what it is, I've accepted what we are. You know what I'm saying? You know, when they say to fat people, dress for the body you have, not the one you want. That's what it is. We're just that fat person. We can't wear certain things. Bright colors is not the way forward. You better dress in all black. You know what I'm saying?
Stripes.
You better dress in navy blue. You know what I'm saying? You better dress in dark blue. Don't be out here dressing in red, looking like Kool-Aid, or in green, looking like a.
Don't wear no stripes either. Don't wear no stripes.
Walking around in yellow trying to cosplay the sun.
Exactly. Don't walk around working in yellow. You know all the jokes. You can't be doing it, and that's just where we're at. So when I hear when people like, oh, idiots have come in and are trying to change the style and how we're playing, and we're seeing that very before our very eyes be dismissed. You mentioned it. Sancho fits the quote unquote points that we wanted, and he fits the criteria. That's the word I'm looking for. But yet he can't get a look in because it's still Ten Hag's team. Ten Hag is still picking the lineup. Ten Hag is still dictating how we play. Now, has he got more help because of the staff? Yes, absolutely. But we're watching that with JADON Sancho. So this whole thing of, I would prefer us to be more on the front foot and dominate the ball and possession-based football. But we're going the opposite. Our team is miles better defensively than it is offensively. If we're going to do anything this season, it's going to be very much like Ten Hag's first season, where we're going to be talking and praising the defense. That's the only thing we have. You know what I'm saying? If we're a boxer, we have no knockout power. We've got no knockout power. We have no punching power. We're not stopping anybody. The only way we winning rounds and doing anything of note, defense. And that's where I'm at with, because our attack. Because one thing
what's unfortunate about that, Flawless?
Yeah, go on, Eddie. Go on.
And that was evident in the game against Brighton.
Yes,
we can defend when it calls for it.
Yes,
but teams can still tactically break us down. Because
what do you mean break us down, Eddie? What do you mean break? There's nothing to break down, Eddie. There's nothing to break down, Eddie.
When I say tactically break us down, it's like they can pinpoint the one thing that will kill us.
Yeah, Maguire.
Attacking. Well, yeah, you could Maguire, of course, but I think as well. You know.
And the thing is, before you go, even with Maguire against Brighton, defensive, we conceded the goal late and we're annoyed about that. Defense wasn't a problem against Brighton. We just didn't look like scoring. That was I don't think we had a shot on target in the first half.
We never had a shot on target until this. We never had a shot on target until the 67th minute, I believe.
There we go. So that's why I'm not getting on the defense when overall the whole conversation was Minty's going to do this and
I am waiting.
Mitoma's going to do this, etc. And it's like
I am waiting.
Teams are gonna have moments against us because you have good attacking players, but for the most part against Fulham and against Brighton, our goal wasn't peppered. Oh, no, it wasn't.
Kaneki, this is what I'll ask you before you go, Kaneki. On individually defending their man, right? Delo did okay. He was solid. Martinez was questionable, but he was solid. Mazarawi, I think he's going to be probably the most consistent out of that back line.
Yeah, I told you that. I told you this.
Yeah, do you think those goals were due to individual errors or the way we were set up to defend?
Individual errors. It was individual errors.
Individual
what
being
kind of
Maguire.
Yeah. No matter how much tactics.
I looked at the way that first goal happened.
Exactly.
And I just thought that we were set up to fail when the time called.
I think they just got overload on the low side because the low don't get back in.
No, it wasn't only the overload. It was the fact that I tell you this. How you see Arsenal defend and how you see City defend. What you do as a defender is you cut the near post crossing. That's what Welbeck scored, the near post cross. Mm-hmm. Harry Maguire is in La La Land, marking his fucking shadow. And
I love your he was marking a man, but as you were. There was a man there.
No, he was marking his shadow.
Nah, he was Kaneki, watch it again. If he goes,
I know. You know what I'm like with him.
Well, this is to everyone else. If he goes near post and that cross gets cut back to his man, I can't remember who the player was, and he scores, we're blaming Maguire. Like I say, to me, for that goal, certain goals I just look at and go, that's just a good team goal. They had overload as you were.
On that side was what's his name? He forced him to cross. That was the thing. He couldn't cut back, or was it who was it on the right? Was it Diego Delo? It was Mazuari. It was
Yeah,
Mazuari.
Mazuari playing right back. Yes,
It was
Mazuari.
Mazuari. Mazuari would have. I have complete confidence that Mazuari would have nicked the ball off of him if he cut back. Mazuari forced him to try and put in that cross to see if to try and get a corner.
Mhm.
Harry Maguire, as I said, his head is that big and this motherfucker can't think. No positional awareness. Did you see how late his reaction was to stretch his foot? If he if he was in actual position to stop that cross, it hits him. No matter which way you look at it. If Harry Maguire steps forward, the cross hits him, goes out for a corner, or he hits him
But it
enough
could
for
go
him
as
to
well.
can boot it
But
out.
them, it's them crosses there corridor uncertain because they're very
No,
easy to tap
and
into your own net.
and that's why I'm saying how Arsenal and City defend is they always try and cut off the near post cross.
Mhm, mhm.
Whenever you see Ben White forces you to cross, the cross never beats the first man because someone is always there blocking the near post cross.
Yeah.
There always an Arsenal defender in front in the same area that Harry Maguire should have been in. But then I remember I'm trying to ask of intelligent play from Harry Maguire. End of the day. So ending that there. The second the second one as well is individual errors. No matter
Definitely,
how much,
definitely.
no matter how much tactics and formations you use, it's common knowledge to know you're supposed to have somebody at the back post.
And
You always have
Sam,
someone marking someone at the near post.
until you said Sancho deal's not done. Yeah, I know it's not done. That's why it just says Sancho to Juventus loan deal agreed. But we know the deal
Yeah.
hasn't been done yet. That's why it doesn't say here we
All
go
right.
confirmed. It's just the loan
So
deal has been agreed, to my knowledge anyway. But go
so I
on.
said we would lose to Brighton, but what hurts the most is that with the Brighton losses, I thought I would have gotten to see UEFA pocket destroy Manchester United. That's what I thought I was going to see. I was going to see UEFA. No, I watched Bruno Fernandes struggle to pass 47-year-old James Milner. I
And we
watched the
took the ball.
greatest. I watched the greatest playmaker to ever live in the Premier League history get pocketed by a 47-year-old. This man's been playing football longer than majority of these Man United stand accounts been alive.
Yeah, that's facts.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
You know,
that is facts.
but I'm being told I love when people try to have arguments with me. I really do love when people that know nothing try to have arguments with me. So someone on Said's panel was telling me that I don't know what Mason Mount does. I told Said to send me the link and he said, Kaneki, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, because you trying to. I get it. You're my don, Kadeki, but what I'm saying is I
No, but
understand.
for you to tell
And
me I don't know what Mason Mount does,
you gotta listen
Mason
deeply. You know
Mount
what it
does.
is? The games will show it. Because when we're 6 weeks down the line, 12 weeks, when we get to December and then we're in April and May, that's when you then have the conversation. And big up to Robbie, says Flawless was spot on the other week when he said our front six won't get near 80 goals like everyone else was saying 80 LOL. Yeah, the thing is, Robbie, our whole team is not getting 80 league goals. Never mind, I'm saying our front 6 to 7. Our whole team is not going to score 80. Eddie said 55.
Robbie,
You know what, Eddie,
yeah.
you know what? Eddie might be right. You know what I'm saying? I'm
No,
saying Eddie
Eddie,
might be right.
I think I predicted more goals than Eddie. I said we'd score 62. Robbie, I said it before.
I said 60, but the fact that Eddie
Yeah, I
said
said
55,
62.
the fact that I can't argue Eddie down is crazy.
No, this team can
Look at the
concede
way it's
80 goals.
trending.
Yeah,
They
this team
can,
can
yes,
concede
exactly.
80 goals. This team won't score 80 goals. They can surely concede 80 goals.
100%. We conceded 80 last
The
season,
lack
bro.
of the lack of
Last season.
creativity and the
The
lack
lack of
if
what,
we don't
Eddie?
have creativity,
The lack of what, Eddie?
right? If we don't
Eddie, we
have
have someone in our
creativity,
team. We have someone that's in our team that's created 322 chances. What do you mean we don't have creativity? Yeah, we have Mason number 7 Mount fam. Yeah, we have M7M man, Mason 7 Mount. What do you mean? We have someone that has 1 open play assist in 4 years and someone that hasn't hit 10 assists in 3 years. What do you mean we don't have a creativity? Are you saying that Bruno and Mount are fucking useless, Eddie? Is that what you're
Pretty much
saying?
so.
but Kaneki,
Yeah,
this goes to the point
go
that I
ahead.
was bringing up before you came on here. When I look at some of the big platforms who speak about United, um, in my opinion, it's a joke that somebody like Flawless has to go on there to any platform and answer for what those guys have said, for what those people have said. I find it as an insult to his intelligence because it's like it's ridiculous that you ask of him those kinds
I've been
of questions.
telling Flawless to have me do it, but he's telling me no. But he's telling me
No,
no.
I mean,
I've been like, hey,
listen,
one of these ManDem podcasts, instead of you, have me go. And he's like, no. I'm like, I mean, it's fair.
Kaneki.
It's fair because I know what I do. I definitely know what I do. I'd be told to behave and fail. I know what I do on the ManDem podcast because I know who I'm going after on the ManDem podcast.
We
You know?
we know who's on
And
the
Matthew,
who's on
big
the
up
list.
Sheik as
We
well.
know
If you're
who's on
still in the
list.
chat, big up Sheik. You lot make sure you subscribe to Sheik TV as well.
Come on.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah, it's
I
they
understand.
tell you
Go on, Eddie.
Mason Mount. They tell you Mason Mount brings something, and they say that with a straight face. These are the types of people that we're supposed to be representing our club, and it's it's terrible.
Someone was the guy on Saeed's stream yesterday was arguing with me about that Sterling would do more at Man United than Sancho.
This is what I'm saying.
The reason why he would is
this,
because I think he just get sorry before you go ahead. He just get more game time. So just a volume thing. I don't think it's skill. He'd actually get some stats. And Sancho ain't getting no stats. But go on, Eddie. I'm gonna get to this in a sec. But go on, say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, no, it's that's what I be going off on the most. It's like you people say it with so much conviction though. You know what I'm saying? Like they say it like it's a matter of fact that he's going to do this, he's going to do that. Yeah, let him. That's why there's spaces like this that kill it in this space.
Yeah, and
for me, the Mason Mount thing is hilarious that a guy actually said someone who probably watches more football than that guy has ever even thought about watching, that you don't understand what Mason Mount is actually doing out here. But this is what we live in right now.
I hear that. Go on, Nero. What was you gonna say?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say because you said something about obviously Ericsson. You said you need an Ericsson type player to play next to the thing, bro. Like I said, there's so many. In fact, Ten Hag, we can make it easy for you. There's so many Dutch players you can play that can play next to this guy. There's so many Dutch players, bro. Like I know Kaneki knows, yeah.
Van der Berg, you have Van der Berg, you have Stolfensen, you have like I can ring these names off for years.
Bro, Kaneki, do you know about Veerman?
Of course I know about Veerman. Atletico Madrid. He just went on loan.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the other Veerman.
I know the other Veerman. There's two Veermans. You have the one Atletico Madrid, and I know the Netherlands one as well. Yeah,
they related, or they just got the same surname?
No, they're related.
Yeah.
They're related.
Yes. Bro, like Veerman at PSV, bro. Like he's good, bro. He's good.
Yeah, him and Coop Miners. Yeah, I know.
And Reinders, Reinders.
Yeah.
Reinders, hey, flawless.
But you want to know what I'm happy about? But Nero, this is the thing though. What I'm happy about is this. I want nothing with talent coming to Manchester United. As far as I know right now, Sancho is gone. Congratulations. I need Diego Dalot to leave now. I need Diego Dalot gone too. Not Diego Dalot. I need Hamad Diallo gone.
This guy. And Madison says, yeah, I hear you, Madison, for me, both goals on the low clock. Yeah, especially the 110.
Yeah, I won't argue. As I've said, with this, to stop the cross. When the cross comes through, you need your first line of defense, really. So I can't argue with that.
Yeah, and to Madison, who says, I don't think Wilcox and Ashworth will approve this transitional survival football. Here, the thing is,
they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice.
I can't trust these lot to get rid of him when they supposed to. That's because they were supposed to last summer. So let's say it goes badly, Matt. Let's say it goes badly, for example, and we're not playing good football and results are not good, performances are not good. How long do they stick with him? Do they stick with him till what? Christmas? Is it before Christmas? Is it the New Year? Do they play out the season and then see where it goes? Or are they banking on us trying to win one of the domestic cups? Or
you want to know what the thing is? I have a feel. I believe. I know it probably won't happen, but I believe if this
is it,
dumbass.
You go 1 second. They're approving it exactly. They're approving it right now. They didn't approve Tenglago, and this is people giving them too much. Like I said, I've never seen a new ownership and coaches get so much credit. and so much.
Exactly.
Oh, they're gonna change the way we play.
Yeah, but you know what it is. I'm a
Go on.
victim of it myself. It's wishful thinking. I think
at least you're honest enough to say it's hope.
Yeah, because I think you have a co-pilot, and he can be the greatest co-pilot in the world, but he's the co-pilot.
Yeah, and
At
it's
the end of the
something.
day,
It's something that I said, and I've lived by it. You can't own 25% of a car.
No, you said this.
You're saying Ineos. Ten Hag was not hired by Ineos. Ten Hag was hired by the Glazers. Guess who runs the footballing sector of Manchester United? Joe Glazer. Ineos could want to get, as I said, 8 people from Ineos could want Ten Hag gone. Joe Glazer's hand counts as 10. Ineos never brought him in. The Glazers did. You want to get rid of the Glazers guy, Ineos has to pay for him to go. Ineos don't got the money to pay for this man to go. As you see right now, Ineos is working on a budget. They can't pay for this man to go. So right now, Glazer says he's staying. Ineos have to now agree. Yeah, man, you know what? We trust him too. Knowing damn well they don't. Ten Hag is here to stay. And right now, I love the look on Marcel's and these guys' faces on that ManDem talk. Just utter silence. You've lost to Brighton. You haven't won 2 games in a row since 2017, our best season post Ferguson. That was our best season to date right now, 2017-18. That's our best season. Best season we ever had. Best defensive record and best goal scoring record.
We haven't had 2 in a row?
Yeah,
no, since 2017-18.
We haven't won our 2 opening games.
We've never won 2 opening games since 2017-18. Yeah? I'm looking at these guys, I'm like, you failed to beat Brighton. For what? How much years now? Every time Brighton plays Manchester United, Brighton has a 70% chance of winning. That's a literal fucking stat.
They have a very good record. They have a very, very good record against us.
Why does Brighton have a good record against Manchester United?
It's because, bro.
Brighton, like, really? And you want me to sit here and understand that? I'm like, you want to tell me a side that relies on Pascal Gross has a 70% chance of beating Man United every time they play us?
Kaneki, bro.
Yeah?
Kaneki. You know what it is, yeah? I've noticed. Bro, De Zerbi said something last season. He said, they asked him, like, yo, he went, like, are you going to be in the Premier League or whatever? He said, yeah, like, I want to try and stay in the Premier League. You know, it's the best league where the best managers are at. So he began to list managers. So he listed Pep.
He listed Pep. He listed Klopp.
I think he even listed Pochettino. He listed
he did.
Postecoglou was included.
Yeah, he never listed Ten Hag.
He didn't list Ten Hag, bro. And you know what? And it makes sense because, bro, when we played Brighton at home, it was 3-0, bro. They played like he set up his team like he doesn't respect us. Like he does, and that's a problem, bro. You know this manager's not respected. He's not respected. And
Vincent Kompany came here with Burnley, and Burnley had 73% possession against us at one point in the match. We were getting outplayed by Vincent Kompany's Burnley. And some people want to tell me, look me in my face and tell me that I don't know what Ten Hag is doing. You're right, I don't know what Ten Hag is doing. That's why I want him gone.
Bro, people don't respect him, and that's why we get in the way the way we lose games is embarrassing, bro, because they set up their team, yeah, and they put a battery in their back and they just tell them, yo, trust me, just do your thing. You may think you're not better than these, man. Go and play the way I want you to play, the way I've set you up to play, and your pattern, bro. Your pattern. And
Nero. I don't know if you might remember this.
Go.
If you ever, like, when Thomas Frank, right? Whenever Brentford would lose, he took it as one of the worst losses in his career because literally, to your point, they don't respect this guy as a manager.
100%, bro.
If you look at even a Marco Silva, if you see Marco Silva after a loss to United, it just seems like it hits so much more differently.
No, but
because
Eddie, let me
they
tell you.
don't respect this guy as a manager.
But Eddie, let me tell you why. You know the reason why these men are so pissed, and I hear it, bro, because I'm looking at someone on the other side, and if I'm a coach, yeah, I'm Thomas Frank, I'm Marco Silva, I'm all of these guys, yeah. I'm looking at it, I'm like, look at the players I've got, yeah. Look at the money that this guy has been given, yeah, and we've played, yeah. I've outplayed this guy, and Mason Mount tried to scumbag a smash and grab. Look at, I shot 33 times at your goal, and we just about scored. We just about drew. I would be so pissed.
Oh.
Of course, of course you'd be. Of course.
Who was it that mocked Man United fans for cheering for a draw? Who was it? Was it Brentford? When the manager was like, "Look at this, the mighty Manchester United celebrating a draw against." No, Man United celebrating a draw against the mighty Brentford. Was it Brentford? I think it was Brentford because Thomas Frank. I think it was because Thomas Frank came out. And he just ripped on Man United. Like he's like, yo, you man spent all this money and you're not better than Brentford.
And he's right.
Yeah. You need to understand this. Yeah. I don't remember the day when Kevin De Bruyne said, yo, we never trained to play Manchester United. Pep just told us to jog around the field like 5 times and go home.
Ollie, wasn't it? Yeah, that was on the Ollie.
Yeah.
That was under Ollie.
I remember that. Pep was like, we don't know what they're gonna do, so we'll just see on the day.
Yeah.
You know. Bro.
There's no tactics in place. There's nothing in place. You don't train to beat Manchester United. You literally don't train to play Manchester United. You just look at their side, look at the starting 11, and like, okay, Maguire's there, yeah, target him. Bruno's there, yeah, he's going to give away the ball, and when he gives away the ball, the space right there behind him is going to be open for everybody and the entire family lineage to run into that space. So when Bruno loses the ball like a dumbass, just run into the space, and Man United you can cut open Man United easily. As I said before, this is Klopp when he just went to Liverpool. The moment you got past Coutinho and Sadio Mane, you're literally looking at the empty net. Like, who's going to stop you? Lovren. Yeah? This man had Nathaniel Klein at left back, yeah? Freaking Mamadou Sakho and these mans, yeah? A fucking midfield that contained Milner and these guys. Liverpool were complete shit in the wasteland. That side is dead. Ten Hag's team right now would lose to Manchester United team of 2017-18.
Yeah, it's woeful.
I'm saying that with chest, and I'd give these guys Rashford.
No, it's TTM says, I have a feeling they accepted this manager with the idea of writing off the season. Regardless, they're spooky for keeping him, man. Like Flawless said, it was the first big indictment on them. Here, the thing is, TTM, which could be the case. I'm even saying you're wrong. Let's say they did keep him in regards, because other people have mentioned this. Or they're keeping him.
I want them gone
for him to hang himself and stuff like. It's like that's a terrible way to do business.
That's a very terrible way.
If it is the case, you've taken over something, realize the manager's not good enough, but because you don't want to sack him, let's say it's financial compensation, or let's say you think he can turn it around, but you don't think he can turn it around because you've given him all this assistance. What other manager has 2 managers with him?
Bro, he hung himself last season, bro. He hung
exactly
himself. And that's
because No, I'm saying that argument there is like, okay, Flawless. You just bought a car. Let's say this is F1. I'm going into F1. You are Mercedes. You just bought this car. You just got this car. I am a horrible fucking driver. But everybody is telling you to trust me around the wheel. The car that you just bought, you gave it to me to drive. And I drive it because you know I'm going to fucking crash. You spent your hard-earned fucking money on that car. And you're going to put me behind that steering wheel because you know I'm going to crash the car. Who does that hurt? Me or you?
Exactly. And that's where I'm at with it. So that's why when people was talking about the change from the top and all this impact everybody was going to have, I'm like, I don't see that. So what we're relying on, which I was talking about, defensive. This is why I'm saying go into the market, buy more quality, because with more quality, you can already see we are better defensively this season than we are last season, which has been a pleasant surprise to me. Big.
I see what you're saying with the defense, but all I'm saying is just hope, because that fish in SpongeBob that had glass bones has a far chance of staying fit than our entire backline, fam. That fish in SpongeBob with glass bones has a better chance of fitness than these backline.
Once Euro's back, you had Delit, you got Mazzarari. We are still short in those areas. You had Agate, you had Casemiro. Again, it's more so just hope that they can stay fit. And I'm just
and that's the point. And that's the point.
It's about to connect his point. It's the usage, the usage of what they're going to be responsible for.
Yeah, because this manager doesn't rotate. You've seen this. He doesn't rotate.
We know the manager's not rotating. That's why I'm just like, we are relying on individual quality, and it's like, because I thought we was going to come into the season and look much worse than we were. I thought we was going to get peppered again. I now don't worry about going to games. And this is
no, it's still early. It's still early.
Yeah, it could change, but I don't worry about us going into games thinking we're going to get battered anymore. Countless times last season, I am doing watch-alongs, and I'm like, this can be a cricket score. Either before the game, sometimes before the game, or sometimes during the game when we're like 2-0 down or 3-0 down. Like
I remember the watch along when you said that against Copenhagen. That these man, just after the first shot, you said like United are losing this against Copenhagen. I remember I laughed and I'm like, we might just lose this, and then we went on to lose it.
The Bayern game fit the one at their place. The Bayern game.
Yeah, 4-3. The 4-3.
So I think we went. Did we go 4-1 down in that and then score twice? I think we were 4-1.
Yes, it was. We were 4-1 down. No, we were 3-1 down.
Yeah.
We were 3-1 down, brought it back to 3-3, and then conceded the fourth.
You conceded. So when we were 3-1 down, and whenever there was the 2-goal gap, I can't remember if it was 3-1 or 4-2 or what, I was genuinely fearful we won't get battered in that game. I was thinking 7, 8, or 9 at that point.
Yeah, 3-1. He was 3-1 in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah, like and there's other games that have been like that where I was genuinely fearful of not just getting beat 4-0 is terrible. But I'm thinking record breaking. I'm thinking 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
That's where I was at. So the fact that I am not there now, I'm like, all right, cool.
But it's
go on, Eddie. Go on.
The thing is, we were set up to fail so badly that was a reality. But if you just allow certain people to show their competence, that's not even in the cards. But because of how this guy set us up, that was always a possibility. And you look at the type of L's taken, like 6-1 at one point, and then Martial, I think, leads to...
That was another one, sorry, fam. That was another one.
Right?
He
leaves it to make it a bit more respectable.
6-3, 7-0, 4-0, 5-0, 4-0, 3-0, 4-0, 4-0.
Even the Liverpool game before. Actually, now I was kind of quietly confident for the Anfield game because he was missing.
Yeah, I think Brentford packed us up too.
Yeah, 4-0.
We had those highlighter yellow joints on. And
I like. Right, so we've spoken about Sancho to Juventus. McTominay's left. Agate's here. Obviously mentioned.
Hey, no, hold on. I never got to speak about that.
Trying to think.
Who's Napoli's manager? The McTominay. Who's Napoli's manager again? Is Antonio Conte, right?
Conte, salute. No, that's
so I can't. So I'm telling you. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see when he gets sacked and Napoli sells this dude to Dundee United.
Dundee,
Scott McTominay is going to be playing in the Scottish Third League before 2027. Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out why he hasn't.
And that's
made that
fantastic.
move yet.
That's so fantastic. He's going to Napoli. Who's he going to bench? Anguissa. Scott McTominay don't start for Napoli.
Is Lobotka still there?
He's still there. Lobotka and Anguissa are still there.
Hey, shout out to Conte, man.
Big up Antonio Conte. That's 30 million. You're going to get sacked.
Hey, we talk about United's bad business. That's very good business from us.
That's very good business, actually.
What was it? 30 million euros plus add-on. So let's say let's say it was 40 million euros. Let's say it was like 25, 30 million pounds. That's great business for us.
And if they're smart about that, and if they're smart about the add-ons, they're like, yo, expected chest pumps and hyping up the crowd, you know, and that's a $5 million charge, you know. You know, expected passion per 90, you know. If Man United are smart, because Conte is not going to last at Napoli. I can cement that into reality. He's getting sacked.
There's already been conversation of him being unhappy already, like before.
Yeah, and McTominay is going to be the first name kicked out of Napoli when he gets sacked. I'm telling you that right now. That dude is going to freaking Dagenham and Redbridge, fam. That's where he's going to be going.
Hey man, you know what? He's not here. That's from
you're right. You're right. You know, I don't know where he plays, bro. I don't know where he plays. Because
I can tell you where he plays. Not for Man United.
You know where he plays, Nero, in Naples and not Manchester. Yeah,
exactly. Not for Man United anymore.
It's great.
Congratulations.
And getting Agate in to replace him, that's also good business.
No, that's fantastic.
Do we need more? Yes, and that's why if we don't go into the window and get another midfielder, which we probably
Man United need 2 more midfielders.
Same way if we don't, in the ideal world, yeah. Same way if we don't get a striker, which we're probably not going to get disappointed. Same way if we don't get a left winger, I'm going to be disappointed. Same way if we don't get a left back, I'm going to be disappointed because
what was his name?
We are lacking everywhere pretty much.
What's the team that Neymar is at? Is it Al Halil? What's his name wants to leave there, and I'm not going to even ask if Man United are going to try and go and get him. Ruben Neves, he wants to leave, but I don't think Man United are going to be that smart to know that guy right there that fixes our midfield. He's right there and available, and he wants to leave.
Bro, swap deal, Casemiro, Ruben Neves. Let's do it, man.
I'm not doing a swap deal with Casemiro. I'm giving him Bruno. He can go over there and count sand with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Nero, you know why we need Casemiro? Because let's say Agate gets injured, who's playing?
Yeah, true.
Do you want to see Mount as a 6? Do you want to see Mount as a 6? Is that what you're saying here?
Bro, if it was up to me, bro, you see, and this is why I don't trust Ineos, bro. Ineos, yeah. Bro, you're right, man. Bro, the hype. Bro.
The hype.
Bro. Man need to relax. Because they're getting praised for doing the basics, bro. Like
that's what I said.
Bro, how can you give Bruno and you see that? Yeah, we should have leveraged that. You see, that was the perfect opportunity to say, if we're not gonna give you any more money because we're not trying to go above a certain amount, and don't worry, Mount is gonna go soon. Maybe that was the conversation. Should have said to him, "Yo, go start looking for a new club. Start looking for a new club. We're not paying you your money. Force him out."
Nero, but that's the thing. That's the thing, Nero.
We gave him the money.
Or let him realize, hey, you know what? I am not what I think I am worth in the market. Go out there and find your value.
Yeah, you know because Nero, think about this.
It's like a girl leaving you because she thinks there's better out there. You say, you know what?
And she don't find better.
It's kind of like when Ten Hag bragged in the summer and was like, oh, they went out there and couldn't get any better. The fact that they was looking wasn't good. They interviewed somebody else for your job. But hey, we've been here with this conversation. But the Ineos, your credit, Nero, like the Ineos thing, even though they've done good business, I think the hype is over the top.
Yeah,
I praise them.
They keep taking one step forward and then 2 step backs because, bro.
No, they take Nero is different. They take 1 step forward and fall down the stairs.
Bro, they do, man. Because the thing is, Ineos, they're cool. They're bringing things that we didn't have because we had Woodward and Murto and Arnold. So those men weren't doing the job properly. That's cool. But we're getting everything that every other club has, bro. Man, talking about the structure, bro. This structure is, bro. Man City been having these stuff, bro. You know what I mean? Man City been having a structure, bro. I just don't understand, and that's why in my head, I wanted the Sterling deal to happen because, you know, you're gonna think I'm moving mad, but I low-key wanted it to happen because it's just show me who you are now. Don't lie to me. Don't show me.
You know what? But they've already shown you who they are.
They showed you who they were.
They can show you who they are, in regards to keeping Ten Hag. And I can separate the two. So that's why I say them in regards to the window, zero complaint to any of the business they've done. Everybody we bought, everybody we sold, the prices that we've done it, the speed in which the deals have been. I have zero complaints with what we've done. Every signing makes sense. Every sale has made sense. Fully on board with that. The new contract for Bruno, not so much. Keeping Ten Hag, not so much. But overall, I'm fairly pleased with what they've done. But because it's such a shit show, that's why I'm not super critical of them. But we need to go into, there's 2 days left in this window. We need to go and get more. We need something in the final third. Ideally 2, but just go get Ivan Toney. Go get Ivan Toney. And to be in the toast, yeah, I am happy with the window. Because you said you lot should be happy with your transfer window. I am happy with the window, but we still need more. Manchester United have had a good window. Had a very good window.
But, even I would complain about that.
Yeah, but because the squad is so bad, even having a 7 out of 10 window, which I think we've had, is how far away we are. That I can say
because
4 or 5 players that is 7 out of 10, but we are just so lacking. Look at our team.
No, flawless. In a correct way, you can usually explain it like this. Man United had a good window for what we got rid of. What we brought in took us from 8th to 8th, though.
I think 8th to 7th.
8th is like, we didn't really sign a needle mover. We got rid of Varane and got De Ligt. We signed Lenny Euro. We got rid of McTominay and brought in Ugarte. Like, if you looked at it really, Anthony Martial left. Everyone that's left, congratulations. No one that we signed in took us up a place. We have not signed any improvement. Our left wing is still shit. Man United don't have a midfield. Your attack is horrible, and your defense is on life support, basically.
There's gonna be a lot of pressure on that defense.
Yeah, and what I don't want to see is, because how he started off so far, Mazuari. I don't want to see Mazuari picking up an injury. I don't want to see Diego Dalot picking up an injury. Or make it worse, I don't want to see De Ligt picking up an injury. Because I don't know about you guys, but seeing Mason Mount play left back is not something on my bucket list.
You know what? Him as a wing back might work. Still, he got energy. Maybe he can just run up and down.
He can't cross.
Where to Eddie, you know what I'm saying? We don't need to cross, just pass the ball inside. He can pass the ball.
But for Ineos, I never trusted Ineos the moment when everything was labeled with Sheikh Jassim and these guys stepped in. I'm like, okay then. So you saw someone that's coming trying to get rid of the ownership. Instead of working with Jassim to help get rid of this ownership, you help the ownership to get rid of Jassim. So you back the parasites that were killing the club. So I know where you stand. Everybody, he brought in Dan Ashworth. I'm like, congratulations, you're doing your job. That's what I said. I've said this early on in this whole transfer saga with Ineos and Jassim. I was like, congratulations, Ineos. You're bringing in the people that you're supposed to bring in. You know? You think I'm going to, as I said before, this fan base clapped Bruno Fernandes for scanning on a pitch. Yeah? Why would this fan base not clap people for doing their job? Congratulations, you for owning Manchester United. You now have to hire a director of football. You hire a director of football, confetti and balloons. Congratulations. Really?
Yes, I think who was it? Shout out to Musa. I think he mentioned this on ManDem Talk. He was like, the house has finally got electricity and running water.
Yeah.
Which you don't have, which is needed, but again, essentials. You never walk into buying a house or an apartment and the electric's on and you're like, all right. No, it's just things you expect. Nero mentioned it. We've all mentioned it about. And that's one thing Ineos have done is bringing a football structure, but it's still mad short because you look at the players we have. And you
brought in light and water. There's still rats and the roof is leaking. You got rats and roaches and the roof is leaking.
We were relying on the sunlight from outside and candles, bro. Now we've got an electrician to come inside and pattern the thing. You get it? So, bro, that's what it is, bro. I rate Musa, innit? Musa knows ball, man. Musa, like, the way he
does.
He knows ball, man. He knows his stuff, bro. Like, he's even to some players, man. I obviously I don't know him personally, but yeah.
Yeah, but what you said is true. Like, we now have light and running water. Yes, but the place is we still got rats. We still got roaches and the roof is leaking.
Well, we got a rat in the number 10, bro. We got
a rat in the 10. We have a rat in 10, 8, and 7.
Yeah,
Think about that, people. The most pristine numbers at the club are being contaminated by absolute scrubs.
I want to know
And
what
not
hurts the
only
most
that,
is what
the
you're saying,
people will literally back these dudes. Back these dudes,
Eddie.
man. I say it
Eddie.
all the time, and I think it's concrete. One time, can I get one time?
Yeah.
These people have higher standards for players that aren't on their own team that they support.
That's true.
It's the weirdest thing.
No, that
They'll
is
kill
true.
every Arsenal player. They'll kill every Liverpool player. They'll kill every Chelsea player. They'll kill every Man City player. But let's talk about United and the absolute scrubs that we have. And again, it's sacrilegious to them. It's the weirdest shit,
Eddie.
man.
Eddie, it's not even that. Something I got in beef with some another United channel for was when I told these guys that fans like you would happily eat shit out of a plate if Man United gave it to you with ketchup in the Man United symbol. Yeah?
No,
Man United would
Connected,
literally
bro.
give you a plate with a Manchester United brand plate with shit and rice, with literally written on the rice, lies, glory, glory, Manchester United, and you'd happily eat the shit and rice and tell everybody that you ate a gourmet meal. Wait
But it's
at
the
me for that,
mandate.
you know? Wait
Bro,
at
it's
me
the
for that, you know?
mandate,
I'm like,
man.
fam, I'm like, you guys defend shit once it's stamped with Man United. Flawless taught me that saying. Anything stamped with Man United, these
oh,
guys back it.
yeah, they with it. Like I said, I've used it before. I used the analogy. They think that the United badge is like the Avengers badge, like it's the super
Yeah.
soldiers. And as soon as you put on that shirt, you like turn into a great footballer, or you get the
Yeah,
purple stuff.
because
That's what a lot of people.
I'm seeing some people that were trying to tell me, because that same person was like, when I was talking about the players, it was like Pogba's overrated. And I'm like, an overrated midfielder that walks in your team right now. He's the last Man United player to hit 10 assists in the Premier League. Paul Pogba is the only defensive midfielder in the Premier League since Yaya Toure to score to have double digits in goals and assists. Paul Pogba was the last person to ever do that. You're telling me overrated, okay? If that's what overrated is, so tell me who in your team is better than him.
Exactly, but we know people. We know how people stay and people be, and they're just not. They're just not. Honestly, hope like
Flawless is lazy. It's lazy and it gets on my nerves.
Some of it is lazy. Some of it is hope. My issue is when people are just not honest about it. If you're honest about it, cool. Like, let it be known. I always use Eddie as the example. He Lakers through and through. I know when he's talking about the Clippers what I'm going to get. I was saying, this guy's, I've known him 3 years. He's never called him the Clippers. He calls them the Dippers. So I know they could do anything. They could win 3 championships back to back, and Eddie ain't going to give them no credit. But guess what? I know where I stand because he's let it be known. He ain't thinking logical when it comes to the Clippers. Like, if people are living in hope, I just hope, cool. I have no issue with that. But don't try and sell me your logic and then lie to me and go, it's based off of. Don't try to sell me what you're trying to say and say it's based off of logic when nothing makes sense. When people go, I think our attack can score goals. All right, why? Because I hope it does. Cool. I hope it. Cool. If someone says that, I have no issue with you hoping because we're all supporters and fans of the team. But when people say, oh, why can't they score 80 league goals?
No.
Look at the team.
My joke was when you used that argument and no one could respond. The Z and Naturolini 17. I'm saying it right now. If I was a Modding Troops channel, I'd ban that guy. But anyways, when I'm seeing all of them go at you for like, yo, you don't believe, have faith, and I'm like, I believe I can fly. Am I going to jump off a cliff and prove it?
You've got a point.
Yeah. Like, I believe I'm as strong as Superman. I'm not going to try and stop a speeding train. Right?
Yeah. And like, it's not that, because it's like, it's just back the team. It's like, no, I'm not backing anything logic. I look at things from a logical perspective.
You're not supposed to do that, Flawless.
How can we do
You're
that?
not supposed to do that, Flawless.
When it comes to match day, I'm there. Back the team regardless. Match day, you lot watch me and watch along. Forget whether I rate a player or don't. Fully 110% backing from the first second to the last second, full backing. There'll be criticism there if someone does something bad, but I am fully backing it, and then I give my assessment on it. But that team is just very good. But it's like
listening to them speak flawless. It comes to a point now where I'm like, yo, like I'm hearing them speak, and I'm like, do any of you think before you speak, or you just say it? Because I'm like, what can Garnacho do? Because I'm asking people this. You all think that Garnacho is going to come in the Premier League and do what Martial did at his age? Garnacho is not Martial. Okay, so let's just get that out the way. Bruno Fernandes has failed to help you in any single moments where you've needed him. You needed him in the Champions League when you had RB Leipzig and PSG. You got kicked out to the Europa League. You needed Bruno Fernandes against Atletico Madrid. He was your worst midfielder on the pitch, even though he got the assist for Ilanga.
Bro, don't
Granted,
forget
that goal was more.
Villarreal, bro.
Granted, no, I'm going to talk about Villarreal because I'm like, that goal, that assist he got for Ilanga, that was 99% Ilanga and 1% Bruno. But we're not going to talk about that. You needed Bruno Fernandes against Copenhagen and Galatasaray, and this dude was sitting on a step crying his eyes out. All right? Bruno Fernandes has showed you on every single fucking platform there is that this guy is horrible.
And let me just get to this from Madison. We're going to close out in about. We're going to close out in a couple minutes, people. So again, run up the likes, hit the subscribe
Run up the
button.
likes, people.
Don't forget, we are available on all audio platforms as well: Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. Big up to all the audio listeners, real ones. Kaneki, they keep telling me, but Bruno is our best creator. Last season, we finished 14th in creating chances behind Wolves and Fulham. Here, the thing is with this Madison, that's everybody else's fault by his book. We're gonna get predictions from the ManDem. Go to you, Kaneki. Obviously, United play Liverpool on Sunday. We'll be watching right here on the YouTube channel, also on the playback. Make sure you follow the Sarcasm City TV playback. But yeah, prediction, scoreline prediction, Connect. Scoreline.
I really want to watch that game, but I don't know what work is like right now. So, anyways, so our goal difference right now is 0. So we still owe the Premier League goals, and we're going to continue to owe Premier League goals. I'm going 3-0 because the last couple times where Ten Hag has faced Schlutt at home, he's lost.
Okay.
Every time Ten Hag has played against Schlutt at home, he's lost.
Okay. So you saying 3-0 Liverpool? All right,
3-0 Liverpool.
Manchester United, Liverpool.
Is Chiesa available for?
Presume he will be. Yes, I'm guessing
he will be.
And Nagati for us as well.
I'm guessing so too. Yeah, that these both should be available.
I'm gonna go, bro. I'm gonna go with.
I said, bro.
The thing is, bro, I'm gonna go with a 1-0 Liverpool, bro.
Okay, Liverpool.
No, because Ten Hag's been talking mad on Slot's name, bro. Nah, Slot's gonna open these man up, bro. Yeah,
I've told you every time Ten Hag has played against Slot at home, he's lost.
What's your score prediction?
Then I'll go 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. Eddie?
1-0 United. I won't root for fucking Liverpool if my life depended on it.
I'm with that too, man. That was gonna be my scoreline prediction. 1-0 Manchester United, clean sheet. Will he start? Who knows? I think Xerxes will start. The Lit might start as well.
Nah, he won't start. We're gonna have a double pivot. Wait,
I want to. Can I make a prediction?
Lindelof.
Can I ask for a prediction?
Of course, go.
Because I'm looking at it, right? Ineos have spent all this money.
Yes.
They have to be pissed with the idea of this manager not using these players at this point. If you had to, do you predict the sacking? Does anybody here predict him getting sacked before this season?
I want to say,
Yeah, go on, Kadek. You answer first. Yeah,
okay,
that's a good question.
I'm going to answer. My whole entire hope is that he gets slapped by Liverpool and gets sacked on the spot. Like, losing 2 games in a row.
Kadeki, what do you think will happen? Do you think Ten Hag gets sacked by Ineos? So not what you want to happen. Do you think they sack him?
They're going to sack him. They're going to sack him.
Nero, what are you saying? Do you think he lasts the end of the season?
Hell no, man. Hell no. because bro, you see last season, like the thing is, bro, if it meant that Liverpool smash us, I don't want that, man. I don't want that, bro. Honestly, I don't want to get like. Do you know what that 7-0 did to me, bro?
Yeah,
you see that 7-0. I was there in full force. I watched every single second of it. I didn't even leave to go upstairs. I was sitting down, and bro, I remember my parents were there on that day. And
I got banned from the football terrace because of that 7-0 because I was laughing at everyone.
Bro, 1, then 2. Like every time they kept like coming into the room, the score kept changing. They were like, "What's going on, bro? Why are you asking me, bro? What? I didn't set up the team." But bro, listen, like obviously you man said 1-0 United, yeah. But obviously that's what I want to happen. But what's the probability?
No. You said no. So the question was not the prediction. The question was, yeah, do you think he gets sacked by the end of the season? So you think yes, he gets sacked by the end of the season?
Yeah, I think so. I think so because of the Rude thing, the Rude Van Nistelrooy thing. But if he gets sacked, then I hope. Then does that mean that what's his name, Hack Rene goes with him as well?
I don't know. It depends on the deal. I suppose he could stay, or they might decide to just get rid of them all.
Because that's
Eddie, what you saying? Oh shit.
Oh no, I said yeah. I think he does.
You think yeah? See, with me, yes. Will he? I have high doubts. I could see him still being there by the end of the season. I don't trust these. You know why? Because I don't think it goes worse than it did last season, and they didn't sack him. So technically, he's done better. I don't see them doing the sack, and this is from their perspective, which I think is backwards. That's why I think come the end of the season, it'll be it. Yeah. You and Surfer did both say that to me. You know
yeah.
We told you over last week, Surfer and I will take over flawless. Yeah. You lot did say that because you lot still cracking me. I can never look. Make sure you go check the last United Chelsea Spurs show. The wink and the gun thing. These lot are hilarious. Basically saying that they promised him that. Flawless, if you're right about that, blood, you've been right about way too much. And here the thing is, TTM, I am not an oracle. I've never claimed to be an oracle. I'll be like, how could? To me, it's just blatantly obvious. And I'm not saying people don't have common sense and just don't look at things reasonable, but it's people's hope and love for the football club. It's like when people thought we were going to drastically change because Ineos came in. Like when I say that, I'm talking about on the pitch. Sancho was going to play because Ineos are in and they're going to dictate. What manager's getting dictated his lineup to? They look like Ten Hag lineups to me. They look like, and it goes to show, and Lex made that point. The reason why they brought in 2 managers alongside him is because they don't rate him, but then why keep him? Which then makes me look at it backwards. Is it a money thing? Because I've been watching football a long time. That has never happened before. I've never seen a manager be under pressure in any top flight football, be under pressure. Someone in the chat maybe let me know if it happened, because I don't. Be under pressure, keep his job, and they assign 2 managers, not coaches, 2 actual managers. Like Ruud van Nistelrooy managed, Hack managed. They were managers. That's like Pep struggling, and they're like, all right, we're gonna go get Marco Silva and Thomas Frank to help you, or we just go get 2 managers from abroad. Like, I'm just don't. And to Madison says, flawless. If he's far from top 4, he's gone by Christmas. How far though, Madison? Are you saying 10 points? Are you 50? How far? How far? Because what's far to me and you may not be far to them. 8th with a minus goal difference, and our worst ever Premier League campaign and worst ever Champions League campaign wasn't enough for them to sack him. So why are they going? And I'm looking at their perspective. So let's say we're 6 and we're not having our worst ever Premier League campaign. The football's a little bit better. Defensively, we're better, and the results are a little bit better. They'll look at that as progress. I'm talking from their perspective. I genuinely think he will be here. We have to lose 5-6 games in a row for him to get sacked, which I don't think will happen. But you say we lost 14 league games last season, so who knows? Yeah, true. Again, yeah, TTM is hope, and that's where I'm at with it. I'm in the hope that these men do the. Will Ten Hag do enough, in my opinion, do enough to get sacked? No. Will he do enough that he should get sacked? Yes. Will they sack him? Like, but how can we discuss how getting Ruud in after Ten Hag's gone is also not a good plan? Yeah, I don't get getting a replacement that it makes no type of sense whatsoever. Like, yeah.
Because who's to say that Ruud is gonna bang? Like, who's to say that he's gonna do it?
Yeah, like I don't get that.
It's not a given, bro. It's absolutely not a given. Yeah, bro. Listen, Ineos, they still got to prove a lot to a lot of people, man. Because at the moment, I don't buy this bullshit, bro. People, you know what it is? People are drinking the Kool-Aid and they're getting excited. That's the Ineos Kool-Aid. They put too much sugar in that, bro. Too much sugar in the Ineos.
They did. And I'm just like, yeah, it does kind of have that, because it's like Rude wouldn't have been my pick. And again, former player, it's just all very just, I look at it with a side eye. I do. But I hope I'm wrong and we ball out. But yeah, in regards to the game, 1-0 as well. I think we'll be up for it. I think we'll do well. I think it'll look very much like the first time we played them in Ten Hag's reign. But I think we lost the first 2 games and they were the 3rd game. Am I correct in saying that, people? Was it the 3rd or 4th game? We played Liverpool early on in the rain and we had lost the 2 opening games. And Sancho, we won the game 2-0 when Van Dijk shown Sancho the net and Sancho scored.
Oh, yeah. That was the 3rd game, yeah.
Yeah, it's the 3rd game again. So I can see it looking like that place going to be rocking because they're going, and the players will get up for the game. My players will be amped for it because it's Liverpool, especially off the back of a disappointing result. It'd be interesting to see how Liverpool, how does Slot set up? How does he cope with this thing? He ain't never been in an environment like that. So, yeah, I'm saying 1-0.
Yeah.
I'm saying 1-0. I am. And that isn't a lot of hope, people. That is more, can't believe I'm saying this with this team expectation. The one game at home I expect us to turn up for is Liverpool. Because more often than not, we have. Take Ollie out of it, he don't count. You know what I'm saying? He's just the exception to the rule. But all the other games, pretty much, we played Liverpool. In my lifetime, even if we've lost the game, we've shown up. Obviously, take out your anomalies, your 3-0s, your 4-1s, etc., etc.
The 5-0.
More often than not, we do.
The 7-0. That's a lot. Bro, that's a lot of anomalies.
Hey, there, bro, you're doing too much. No. At Old Trafford, we're talking specifically.
Okay,
Our record away at Anfield stinks. I'd be talking much different if this was away at Anfield. But I'm saying specifically at Old Trafford. Take the Ollie rain out of it. But normally we turn up in this game. This is one game where you say, all right, the performance is spot on. Like I said, take out the Ollie rain, take out a 4-1 here, a 3-0 here. Their record sucks at Old Trafford, to be honest. Stinks. I think one of the years they won here was COVID, and it might have been Ollie as well. Because what was it? Was it 2-2 last season?
It was.
It was what was the league game?
Yeah.
I know we beat them in the FA Cup. So wait, they haven't beaten us in Ten Hag's reign at Old Trafford.
Yeah,
because we won the first one and then we beat and then we drew and won. So like that's what I'm type of expect. Knowing Rashford, they'll probably do something, nephew. This is the game for Rashford. This is the type of game he'll have a shot and score. Yeah, TTM. The 5-0 was under Ollie. Like I said, excuse him. He's the exception to the rule. I think the 3-0 was under him as well. But everyone else, when you
Rashford
look at
hasn't.
Go on.
No, he scored it. He probably hasn't scored at Anfield. That's what it is, right?
Yeah. Again, people, I'm not talking about Anfield. Yeah. If it was Anfield, hold it, because our record there is horrible. But at Old Trafford, their record's horrible. So, we'll see. Yeah, Klopp beating me is the game. Was it the 3rd game 2 seasons ago? Yes, that's exactly what I was just talking about, nephew. Yeah, it's the 3rd game. So it's like, it's kind of similar scenario. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm saying 1-0 anyway. But there will be a watch along for it right here on the YouTube and on the playback as well. Big up to everyone that has locked in. Shout out to Nero. Shout out Eddie Kaneki. Had to go back to work, people. But we'll be back live about hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours from now, people. So really 7:45, 8 p.m. Sarcastic and Savage podcast is back. And then 11:30 p.m. Manchester United Arsenal show. So myself, TJ, talking both all things Manchester United, all things Arsenal. So schedule is back to regular scheduling, people, and probably the playback as well. Warrior J, I'm going to send him over to Lewis, actually. But shout out to Saeed and all the ManDem on ManDem Talk. I think we covered everything anyway. There's nothing else we need to discuss, is there?
Yeah, no, I don't think so, man.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm chilling right now. I'm chilling, bro.
Love that. And yeah, people, this show will be back to Tuesdays, 4:30 p.m. Only because of Carnival, I moved it to the Wednesday. I moved it to today. That's all. Yes, we're running clubs because yesterday wasn't it. So we need to turn that around. So we'll run clubs probably after the United Arsenal show. But love to everyone that's locked in. We are going to redirect to Lewis. This has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.